Taurus horoscope for December 2019. Welcome, dear friends. I'm Marina, and this is an astrology prediction for people who have their sun or rising sign in Taurus. If that's you, let's prepare you for December because we have some pretty exciting aspects and astrology events during the month. Here you can see the most important ones. Jupiter changes its sign position and will ingress Capricorn, another earth sign. So that should have a very positive impact for you for the next 1 year. We have a solar eclipse also happening in Capricorn. The sun will be together with Jupiter. Jupiter will trine Uranus, very rare and exciting aspect, which affects you personally, by the way. There is a full moon in Gemini, Sagittarius, and Venus will be joining Saturn and then Pluto. So these are the key events of the month, but of course, we have some other stuff as well, and we are gonna walk through them one by one. Also, let me remind you, if you haven't had the chance to get your copy of the 2020 astrology calendar, you can do it. The link is below. You will find more information, but that's a 5-in-1 astrology calendar. So it will really prepare you for the upcoming year. And now let's begin with the first event, which is actually, I would say, the most important one, or at least one of the top events of the whole year, actually. Jupiter in Capricorn, moving to your 9th house and staying there actually for the next 1 year. Very positive position for focusing on the future. What would you like to materialize? How do you see yourself in the future? What's your dream vision of yourself in the future? Now you may really focus on that, and you may plan things because Capricorn is also a very practical sign. So it's not about just, empty dreams or some too unrealistic expectations. You can still be in touch with reality, but with more optimism, with more positive attitude, and even more luck and positive circumstances when it comes to materializing your dreams and your goals. Jupiter in 9th house is also at home. So that increases the positive impact of Jupiter specifically for you guys. And it's an incredible opportunity also for learning, for expansion of your worldview, working on your beliefs, and focusing on more positive ones. So if you would like to start some kind of new training, new education, including high education or something more philosophical, or maybe you want to learn more astrology, Jupiter in 9th can really help you to do that. Also, for those of you who love traveling, Jupiter in 9th house can bring you more of those nice experiences. And let's remember that while Jupiter is in Capricorn, it will have a positive aspect with Taurus. So that's another positive connection which brings you more optimism, more positive circumstances or opportunities, and more confidence, more desire and motivation to succeed. So it's a very nice position, guys. Then on the 3rd of December, Venus, which is in your 9th house, we have a positive aspect with Mars, which is in the 7th house. This is a very beneficial aspect, especially for love and especially for women, actually. Mars is the symbol of the man, and Mars in 7th house puts the focus on the partner, on someone else who is potentially can turn into a partner. Venus is the planet of love, relationships, and women. It's the feminine energy. So this combination can bring positive opportunities in relationships, more passion, more desire to plan something for the future together with your partner, or even to enjoy a nice trip together. On the same day, also Mercury, which is in your 7th house as well, will have a positive aspect with Pluto, which is in your 9th house as well. So again, the same house, 7th, 9th house. Great opportunity to communicate more with your partner, share ideas, explain how you feel, what would you like to do in the future. And again, you can plan something like a trip or more time that you can spend together in the future. But as we said, the main focus here is the area of relationships. On the 8th of December, the Sun in your 8th house is having a challenging aspect with Neptune in your 11th house. This aspect requires from you to be extra careful when it comes to financial decisions, especially money coming from other people. You can be kind of misled, or your judgment may not be that precise and that accurate. So my advice would be to be very careful with the financial stuff around the 8th of December. And also when it comes to friends, communities, other people, mixing those two things, friends and money is not the best idea for the 8th of December. So be extra careful with that and try not to spend money on something important or significant. At the same time, on the 8th as well, Venus, which is in your 9th house, will have a positive aspect with Neptune, which is in your 11th house. So this is a very romantic combination, which can help you to focus on your dreams, on your ideals, to plan something for the future, to be more creative, to have more romance in your life, to be more creative generally. And even in love, this can be a very positive aspect, which brings more of this ideal love, this connection that we can experience with another person when we don't have our boundaries, when we are, kind of connecting on another level, on a more spiritual level. So a very, very nice aspect for love. On the 9th of December, Mercury is ingressing your 8th house, which can help you to be more precise when it comes to the financial stuff, especially mutual resources or investments. And on the other side, this aspect can also help you to explore something, to dive deeper into something, to research something, or learn something which is more in the area of occult stuff or esoteric stuff. And generally, Mercury brings more rational approach, the ability to systematize things, to be kind of, paying attention to the details. In your case, it has to do with the financial stuff and the investments. On the 11th of December, Venus together with Saturn in your 9th house. Positive aspect for you, especially because it's in another earth sign, so the energy is harmonious, and this is a great time to concentrate on the future together with your partner, maybe to plan something that you would like to do together, like a trip or a mutual goal that you have. Or another way to benefit from this transit is to focus on your communication or relationships with foreigners. It could be a great time to have business with foreigners or people who work abroad, or while you're traveling for business, you may also find more love or more positive emotions. So it's an interesting combination. From one side, triggering the emotional area, but the business area, and at the same time, all of that is triggering the house of your goals and long-term plans. On the 12th of December, we have the full moon in your 2nd and 8th house. The houses of resources, energy, money, and exchange of energy. So is there something that you would like to let go? Or maybe you need to work more on balancing your energy, or balancing how much you take and how much you give. All of those questions are important around the full moon. So let go of things that you don't need and try to work on the balance. On the 13th of December, Mars in your 7th house, having a positive aspect with Neptune in 11th house. Very romantic combination for relationships, for love, especially for women, because Mars in 7th house, it's kind of, the figure of the man. So more romance, more connection with your partner, or if you're single, then you can meet a new person. It's possible that your friends might present him to you, or you may just feel more connected with your friends and people that you communicate with. You might be inspired to do something together with the partner or with the friends or with someone else, and all of that can be something creative, something positive. On the 13th as well, Venus joining Pluto in your 9th house, bringing more passion, more desires to achieve something related to the future, related to a concrete goal that you have. It might be related also to the education or plans for trips and traveling. But Venus with Pluto, that's a very kind of dramatic, intense, passionate combination. Sometimes we might exaggerate, we might overreact or dramatize unnecessarily. So keep that in mind. However, because the conjunction is in Capricorn, I believe that we will be able to kind of, use it in a more constructive way without allowing, the emotions to be all over the place, but instead to use the emotions to motivate us to achieve something like a goal or a plan that we have for the future. On the 15th, a very special, very rare aspect. Jupiter in your 9th house and Uranus in your 1st house, guys, having the positive connection. Surprises, new opportunities for growth, for expansion, for a change, for more variety. So try to be more open for the change, to take certain risks, to experiment. Use the inspiration, use the wisdom that you have. You might be inspired by something you read, or a teacher, or a guru, or I don't know, something else which looks like it's coming from nowhere, but at the same time, it can change your life. It can change your future and your own personal plans. So it is a big one, it is an important one, especially for Taurus. On the 19th of December, Mars, still in your 7th house, is having a positive aspect with Saturn in your 9th house. So great time to work on goals or to be more hardworking, more precise, more patient. It might include another person, a partner, business partner potentially, and together you may concentrate on that future goal or that project that you have. But overall, this is a great aspect which allows us to be more focused, to be more hardworking and consistent. On the same day, Mercury in your 8th house is having a challenging aspect with Neptune in your 11th house. So be extra careful with financial decisions, with giving money to other people, but also with friends. So there might be some kind of misunderstanding, misleading, or incorrect information. So make sure to be prepared. Then on the 20th of December, Venus will ingress your 10th house, a positive aspect which triggers your career, your business, and potentially can bring more joy, can bring more entertainment, or just, feeling good about what you do. Venus in 10th house also brings more harmony, more balance, more positive emotions when it comes to career and business as well. And also, this is a nice aspect for negotiations, business negotiations, or other type of communication which requires, compromises, listening to other people. And after all, you really need the other person to like you as well. Even if it's business, it's still important that the other person likes you so that the work can be productive. So Venus in 10th house can bring you this ability to be more charming, basically, in your business. On the 21st of December, the Sun will ingress Capricorn in your 9th house. So great position to concentrate even more on the goals, on the projects for the future, on your belief system or your education, and also wonderful time for traveling. Not just for the 21st, but also for the month after that, even for the most part of January as well. Then on the 22nd, Venus in your 10th house having a challenging aspect with Uranus in your first house. So there might be some emotions which are kind of unpredictable, too intense, and also more desire for freedom. It's especially important for your career, for your business. So make sure to be careful how you react, how you express your feelings, because you might be emotionally provoked or triggered, and you might overreact or do something which you wouldn't do if you are thinking rationally or preparing for it. So more attention on career. On the other side, the very same day, you have Mars in 7th house connecting positively to Pluto in 9th house. Great combination also for relationships and partnerships, making plans for the future with your partner or working on a mutual goal that you might have. And this might include both romantic partners or business partners. Connecting with people abroad, with foreigners, working together on something is a great idea. And Mars with Pluto is a great combination which increases our motivation, brings more drive, more intensity, more confidence, and decisiveness to achieve something, to concentrate on a particular goal. So just go for it. Then on Christmas Eve, the Sun in your 9th house having a positive aspect with Uranus in your 1st house. Great time for a change, personal transformation, personal change. It's like, you are already ready. You are ready for the new beginning. You're ready to do something new, to concentrate on the future, to prioritize things differently, to take different type of actions. So very inspirational, very provoking, very liberating time for you. And on the 26th, one of the pivotal events of the whole year, the solar eclipse in Capricorn in your 9th house. The solar eclipse also includes the south node, and Jupiter is very, very close as well. So it could be time to reset things, to change things in regard to your future goals, your expectations for the future, your beliefs, plans for the future, as we said, and traveling and education. Those are the main areas which are triggered. From one side, you may let something go. That's the south node there. So letting go of something unnecessary, something old, but also it could be time for results, time to see those results from your previous efforts. So 9th house is strongly triggered during the whole month, actually. And it's really time to concentrate on your future. On the very next day, on the 27th, we have the exact conjunction between the Sun and Jupiter, again in your 9th house. So time for a new perspective about the future. How do you see yourself? What would you like to materialize? Or what can make you feel happy? And what can bring you this feeling of prosperity and abundance? new opportunities for learning, for traveling, or also fixing some negative beliefs, concentrating more on the positive ones. So it is a big deal, really. And the last event for the month and for the year, by the way, Mercury, which will ingress Aquarius in your 10th house, bringing more focus to career, for business planning, for business negotiations, signing new contracts, or just planning certain projects. This aspect can really help you to put more thoughts, to be, mentally more focused on business and career. So that was the most important for December. Thank you so much, Taurus. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram. The link is also below the video. And let me know what are you most excited for during this month. Is there something that you are anticipating? And just keep us posted of how you feel during the month. It was a real pleasure for me. Thank you so much for your time, and I'll see you soon.